on along with Otto Monroe. What's your username?
Pixelated Doms, everybody.
Yep. And first bands coming out are gonna be Cirquet into Scotty. Scotty being instrumental last game by Tyner, doing a good job to kill. And we're gonna see Lee ban Hunbats. Hunbats was instrumental in the end's downfall. With that ultimate coming in from behind, throwing them all out of position.
Let's see. Let me go ahead and turn off my phone. We don't need that here. We're here for Smite content, everybody.
Yep. And we're going to see the Ganesh band as well. Mr. Soundwave picking up the Susanoo. The end, probably confident that they can counter the and the Bologna picked up by Debbie Snacks right after. Two powerhouse gods in this game, followed by the Serenos by Lee. Probably going to give that off to Tyner, their carry. Corn for free, what will he pick up? The field is pretty blank. Choosing to instead to ban against the players instead of against the meta. Thoth picked up by Corn for free. Not wanting to see that Thoth in the hands of Trenticus again. He hit a few instrumental ults that kept the end in the game along with Tyner. Lee doing a good job of protecting his teammates in the team fight, doing so much and getting so little recognition for that. My bad on my part, but so much was going on. Timber Brandon getting that Ravana pick. What do you think about that Ravana pick up third?
I think the Ravana is a good pickup. I think we see him played a lot in the jungle and solo lane. I think he's going to be able to make some good plays against that Bologna.
With that sustained root and the just the ability to gain that shield from hitting basics, he's going to be a good boxer even against a Bologna who does heavy damage. And using that awesome Mortal Kombat reference skin.
Absolutely, I love that skin.
Soren locking in Chang'e. The cheese is real. The sauce is real on both teams. Susanoo, Thoth, and Ravana on the side of sauce gods, and Serenos, Bologna, Chang'e on the side of the end.
Either gonna go for another ban. Let's see. Ooh, the Medusa ban. That's a great ban.
Tyner gives this opinion that she's very easy to counter as long as your sensitivity is high up and you're an experienced player, because you have that wind up, and I kind of tend to agree to it, especially with that. But I feel like at this high level game, the Medusa won't make the mistake of letting you see it. She'll come around that corner, hit you with that stun, and we saw them doing that a lot last game on the side of Sauce Gods. They were coming from behind, coming from all angles in the team fight, throwing the end off their regular routine and the team fight. Usually the end comes out of a team fight winning every time.
That's good. That's good. Two ADC bans. That's actually very interesting. I can see they don't want to deal with pretty high damage gods and very what's the word I'm looking for? Unique, hard to dodge ults if used correctly.
Yep, that Hou Yi ult can zone you into, keep you into the team fight longer than you want to. Along with that Medusa coming up from behind as the team's running away with that slither, she can keep up with them. No side movement speed penalty, so you can come in from behind at the side corner. Ult, the enemy won't be expecting it, and that could be the end of the team fight, causing a deicide, allowing the enemy to either take multiple towers or multiple objectives. An interesting pickup by Trenticus. We have Swagny.
A Swagny. Swagny pin slap.
Oh yeah. Send them to church. Alright. And then there's the barricade picked up by Decrypted. Geb is a wall when in the right hands, and Decrypted did an amazing job as support last game, along with Lee, both doing the best to keep their allies alive. But Geb has that shield that will get rid of CC, so that stun by Agni can be gotten rid of, along with that Chang'e. Chang'e probably going jungle here this game now that Agni's been picked up. And the second lock-in is Oler. Oler is a high skill cap god. Takes real skill to hit those stuns to make those plays. Make him defined in Smite. That you have to be a good player, and I think we're going to see that today. If Corn for free, who I believe is their carry, is going to play him. I've heard great things about Corn for free. And Tyner locking in the Odin. We're going for the no escape Agni with that triple ult. Chang'e with that stun. Bologna with that flag up your ass, and the Serenos with that root. It's going to be deadly if they get caught in that and they don't have Ghost up.
Absolutely. Very, very hard to dodge this alt combo, but let's see if they can try to get their way out of it and win some team fights.
Mm-hmm.
Very excited to see what's going to happen in the dual lane. That looks like it's going to be very interesting. Poseidon, Serket, Capri, Scotty, Ban.
What kind of combos do you expect to see out of both these teams here?
I expect from let's see, the end is with Thoth and Uller, right?
No, actually the opposite.
Oh, they're the other ones.
Yes, sir.
All right. So I'm expecting some nice stuns from Uller and Geb on the dual lane. I feel like they can easily outlane their competition. It's I mean, Cernunnos has that sustain, but Uller has that burst. In team fights, I think it's mainly going to come down to Susano. Susano and Geb, they're the big AoE alt that we're going to have to see them try to use successfully, while Bologna, Odin, Chong, Agni, and Cernunnos all have big alts. That's going to be hard to dodge in a team fight. Definitely going to need to single out some people here.
Definitely need to look for those picks. To the guy that said turn up his mic, if he turns up his mic sensitivity or volume, he actually gets a little bit of an echo, so we're trying to avoid that and keep quality broadcasting so you can hear us and stuff. I will try not to speak over him so you can hear him, and try to be pretty quiet when he talks, so that way you guys can hear his input.
Alright. Actually, I can try to talk a little bit louder if you guys need me to.
Yeah, that should help. Alright, I expect to see a lot of front-line engagement. The Chang'e can be tanky just because of the principle of her dance, along with that Bologna and the Odin jungle, from what I can tell here. We're gonna see it pretty clearly. And we're not gonna see Imperius this game, unfortunately. We're gonna see Soren go in again. Soren last game going in a lot, very deep with Serket a lot of times, getting a few kills for it, but dying quite often for it as well. This Odin should let him go like as deep as he wants and still get the kill and get out, especially with that shield, the hop, and the ultimate that can zone enemies.
Absolutely.
And looking at the field, does Susano's teleport go through Odin Gauge, or does it stop at that wall?
I believe it can go through. Actually, I believe.
So
besides
Oler,
can get out.
Yeah, Ravana can ult away, but it's gonna cost him his ult.
Absolutely. Yep. Odin is a good pick. He can lock down a lot of gods.
Yep, and especially since he was picked up last, I believe. Lee actually might be going Odin support.
Odin support.
Tanky Odin's a scary Odin.
That he is.
Oh
with
yeah.
His burst. Oh my god. My god is really strong.
He is the grandpa of no, he's the father of Loki and Thor, some of the best and well-known characters in Smite. Him himself,
some of the weirdest mythology.
Oh yeah, some of the, what is it, like I think it's like a 12-legged horse or something.
Oh yeah. Loki loves his horses, if you know what I mean.
We think we all know what he means. He's a mama, don't you know? And looking at the end, once again, Bologna getting picked up by Debbie Snacks, a rank 2000 Bologna, a rank 2000 Chang'e, a rank 9 Odin, rank 3 Agni, and a rank 2 Cernunnos. Cernunnos, newer god, and I'm not surprised to see Tyner hasn't really mastered him up to that, but I think he still knows the mechanics, knows the basic, and knows the burst damage he can do. On the side of Sauce Gods, we see a lot of high ranking. Only one that hasn't really been played is Susano. Probably nicely done practicing like he does in practicing like he would play, expecting Susano to get banned out.
Be interesting to see if he can land that combo.
I would not be surprised. Lee on Odin, Debbie Snacks on Bologna, Soren on Soren is Chang'e, yeah. Trinticus on Agni, and Tyner on Cernunnos. Make sure you say Tyner when you say his name. He gets very, very particular about that. Mr.
Right,
Soundwave
Tyner.
on Thoth. Corn for Free on Oler. Timber Brandon on Ravana. And Decrypted on Geb. And nicely done on Susanamo. Going into this game, Saskat has two strikes on their one on individual players, one actually on Timber Brandon, and one on who was it? I think it was Decrypted, I believe. No, Corn for Free. Both heavy, both important players on that game, but both left spinning at the end of that game.
Huh. Interesting indeed. Hopefully we can get a clean match coming through.
Hopefully, no one wants to get suspended for a game.
Absolutely, it would suck to be suspended. I mean, come on, guys, you gotta play a little bit of Smite, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. This is gonna be interesting. What will the end have taken to heart from that last game? How will they improve? The learning curve is limitless in the league thus far. We're seeing a heavy learning curves. New teams becoming old veterans overnight, pretty much.
Interesting. Looks like we're getting an early invade on in the duo. Oh, or are they pushing?
And Odin going in here, going to half health, Corn for Free, no, not half health, a quarter health him. Tyner going in here. And can they get this first blood on the Oler? Oler goes down to Lee. Ooh. First blood for the end. That was intense there. For a second there, I thought I was going to get away, but he didn't have his hippity hop up.
Obviously, they're going to clear a wave. They're going to go ahead and try to suppress that Odin.
Agni and Changa actually outclearing the Susanoo and the Thoth, going for their own speed camp triumphantly. This is different because last game Sasgods actually won the lane, but Trenticus and Soren able to clear here fast. Bologna inspecting their blue, looking for it, but it looks like it's down. Looking at take a quick second to look at Ravana's build. Did he go with the EU build and start with Mumba's mask and go for his camp early? It looks like he did.
Yeah.
It's a legitimate strategy. We've actually seen it by some of our more experienced players now. It might be the new thing to do. Go for your camps into lane at level 2. And if both people do that, I mean, we are seeing double starter items now where people are actually teleporting the lane late. So this could be another counter to that, with people doing that at high levels now, to go for Mark of the Vanguard in Bluestone or Mark of the Vanguard in Death Soul, so that extra protection online early. And that way they're ahead of you in farm, and then still have the wave to come into, and then they're probably a third wave before the teleport. So that could be the counter that strategy there, right there.
Yeah, I can see that. That's very interesting.
It's also securing your blue buff there, which is super important for solo lane. I find myself avoiding grabbing wards if I don't have my blue buff because I want the mana pots so I can keep fighting longer.
Absolutely. You need to stay in lane and solo, otherwise you're going to fall behind really fast.
Bologna's wave clear with the bludgeon is immense compared to the Rabana's just, what's it called, palming you? He gives you that old Buddhist palm, the iron palm.
He's giving them the big old bitch smack.
Yeah, oh, well, he needs a pimp skin too. I can't unsee that now. Lee already rotating at level 4 here. Looking at the gameplay thus far and looking at the gold difference, it looks like the end is out farming Sasgods in this game. Do you think they came into this game calmer than they went in this first game? Probably a little nervous. And Debbie Snacks with the kill on Timber Blandon. The Bologna is a monster in solo lane.
Getting ahead with Bologna is incredibly hard to fight. If you're fighting a fed Bologna, it is going to be difficult. It is going to be a tough time.
From what I understand about Bologna, and like I love Bologna, she's the guy that really taught me Smite, to be honest. I picked her up first, like, ooh, that's a giant buster, that's a giant Dragon Slayer sword, for those of you familiar with, what's it called, Jesus, Berserk. Yeah, for those of you from, it's a Dragon Slayer sword, and reading up on her, the guy who made her to be the god that you have to adapt to. Like, she is the one that forces the fight to go her way, with the disarm, with the damage, and with the slow and the damage reflection from her shield, and that amazing ultimate that can go over walls. And stuff quite often it's underrated, but more times than not you end up landing that ult.
Yeah, very versatile character. You're gonna have a lot of trouble fighting that character.
And I'm not seeing who did you see who got oracles there?
Oracle? Ooh, somebody picked up oracles. I didn't even see that. I was busy watching over in solo lane.
Solo lane's been a good fight thus far. Odin with the ult. Looks like he's going for this kill on this Geb. And there's the Geb ult. That is actually a counter, and there's the Thoth ult coming, and the Thoth ult lands on 2 people, and that could be the counter that they're looking for here.
Behind.
And Lee is
down.
And Lee is doing a good job coming to this. No, but Nicely Done's going to come in, and that Susano will pick up is going to come into play, but can he keep up? And he does not look like he can keep up.
He cannot.
Looks like his kit was expended to go in there.
Yeah.
Good job by him to making the best. A good job by him to keep up with that situation and come in from behind and make the best out of a bad situation. I believe the Ant only got 1 kill off that and traded a life for that as well.
Yeah.
Interesting pickup by Lee. From what I understand, we haven't seen him play Odin yet. We've seen him play Arachne, but we haven't seen him play Odin. But this Odin might be something to ban out in the future for teams that play against the end here. He's doing high damage. He might not be feeding his carry lane, but he's doing the damage and winning the fights for his teams, which is more important than getting the feed. If you can at least get Odin to late game before everyone else, it's devastating. He will keep the other team under level while your team catches up to you, and it will just allow you to steamroll the victory. Tyner dropping purple buff instead of picking it up himself. Will Odin be able to pick that up in time? I don't think so. Not Odin coming to pick up his purple buff there.
Yeah. There we go, yeah.
So looking at these comps, who do you think will have the better late game?
It's hard to tell. I really feel like the Odin is gonna just dominate late game. It's going to be very difficult to deal with him, especially with his cooldown. And not a lot of them have escapes, so they're gonna need to have multiple people buying Phantom.
But like we saw, the Geb can counter that ultimate because anyone in the cage with him he has the proximity to get the whole cage. And there's Geb coming in front of him with that rollout, and there's the Thoth with the stun, looking for this damage. Lee is out of mana, and Tyner is effectively walled off by Geb, and Susano is going to pull him. Lee looking for that, and there's the ultimate from Mr. Soundwave. And there's Chang'e. Is she going to get out? Chang'e dancing away just in time, and Mr. Soundwave picking up the kill on Tyner. Can she get away from this?
Absolutely beautiful play. Absolutely.
Good collapse by Sauce Gods only. Looking at wards placed here, it looks like the end has a lot more wards, but I'm not seeing any wards. I've only seen 1 ward placed by Odin, and I'm not seeing any placed by Tyner, meaning Tyner had no idea that was coming as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
If that had been the case, I feel like they would have let Lee die and just gone back and traded that 1 kill for what could have been a bigger play there.
Absolutely.
I guarantee you, though, after that death, they're talking what went down there. Oh, and Soren gonna get a little beat up there. Gonna have to probably back here. Timber Brandon pretty low. Having a hard time against the Bologna. The Bologna is a monster. Like we said, if she gets ahead of you, it's almost game for you. Unless you're just outskilling the Bologna in general. And Debbie Stacks is no pushover.
Absolutely. Bologna is such a hard god to deal with, but if you can push ahead, she's not going to be that big of a deal. But if she does,
a minor engagement over in the right jungle, Odin popping his ult for it, and Susano using that teleport to get out of the cage really quickly. Really feel like nothing was gained by the Odin using his ult there. But both teams not really losing anything or getting anything off that fight. At 7 minutes, the score is completely different from last 7 minutes. Last 7 minutes, we were already seeing about 13 kills overall in the game. But the end having at the end showing the new comp off here is really working for them. What do you have to say about the Odin pickup? Do you think that it's working for them thus far? I mean, we've seen him make some good plays, but like any critiques on it?
I think the Odin is doing pretty well. I think if he can ult people that don't really have escapes, he can shut down people really fast and get his carry ahead and his team in general ahead in gold. Going to be seeing some nice plays coming from him, hopefully.
Apparently they buffed Phantom, so now it just completely stops Odin cages, and we don't actually see on the side of Saskat, they actually don't have Phantom yet. They're probably trying to wait to the second one to see how effective it is. If the end can recognize this, engage in a team fight, have Odin ult, have the Agni follow it up along with the Ceranos, that could be the lead that they need to to start sealing into the mid game to get that first Fire Giant or that first Gold Fury to put them ahead in gold. That is something they need to look for here before the Geb, who I'm assuming will pick it up, picks up level 12.
Ooh, very, very good, very good. Let me see.
Both teams are showing their skill here, knowing how to clear. The end actually falling behind Sasgods again and farm here. The kill is putting them ahead early. Debbie Snacks a little deep here, dashing out with his shield bash and getting away from the Ravana, who was just trying to wail on him a bit.
Let's see. Ooh, we got some.
And there goes
1v1
Odin's cage once again, going into Susanoo. Susanoo already have his teleport down, and Lee gets the kill, and that's another stack on his passive. That is huge for Odin. That having those stacks makes him relevant late game. And they're going to look for Gold Fury here. But can they take it? It does not look like they'll be able to take it here. They're having to back out here. Lee is too low for this right now. I don't think he actually has many protections. Yep, he hasn't even finished his first breastplate.
Looks like we're going to need to have him hopping into his items earlier, or at least waiting to get that Gold Fury.
Looking at gold in hand, he has 900 right now. Yep, he has 900. So I think how much Nemi Lion's like what 1200?
Yeah, 1200, and then
at tier 2, yeah.
I believe.
Yeah, or something like that. It's something expensive. Actually, Nemi Lion has actually the medium one. Spectre armor, a good pickup against Loki.
Absolutely.
Odin looking to come from behind here, looking for this jump, lands this jump, hits him with the slow, and there's a flag up Ravana's ass there. And Odin backing out on with Bellona, and Odin probably gonna go look for. It was 10 minutes. They can't get this fire creeps now. Bellona just choosing the back, having pushed the Ravana back. Excellent job by both teams to rotate into lane and being aware of their towers. Odin taking the speed camp really quick while there's some soft engagements looking at mid here. Susanoo and Thought looking to go take that buff real quick. What do you think Triticus's idea was going into this Agni pick? Last season, Agni had a hard time going mid. Like, he'd have to actually get all of the side camps to stay at level. Odin going in here from behind. Getting half health, and the Thoth landing the ultimate.
It was a nice Thoth ult. Very good, very good.
Hit him with just the tip.
Just the tip. It looks like Agni might be dying right here.
Potentially. If I can find him. There he is. And Agni gonna swag his way out.
Very nice escape. Very nice.
You know what? To be honest, that moonwalk is so dope. Like,
it is very good. Yes.
And there is Soundwave following there, and there's a flag. Yeah, and it misses into anyone. Ulting into the ult. Actually, Geb hitting the stun. Bellona keeping up with him. The shield, is he gonna get the kill on this Geb? Geb knocking her up away, and Ceranos not gonna be able to follow up. Them choosing to back off. Changa poking out the Thoth, but who died? Why is it 4-4? Who did I miss dying?
It's a good idea. Actually, I don't remember, but it looks like they're gonna pick up Gold Fury.
Oh yeah, the end picking up Gold Fury, putting them even with actually even if a little bit above Sasgods. Good objective awareness by them. Soren choosing to go clear this camp real quick, getting all his health back from that one along with his heal. It's amazing what that Mumba's Mask can do for a jungler.
Mumba's Mask is a very good item. Very top pick.
Yep. It's a shame that Hand of the God is just not worth it anymore.
Yeah. It could definitely use a buff. Definitely.
I don't think they don't want what happened last season with Hand of God. But you can't really avoid it. It's such a precarious thing because jungle camps is so important. But you know,
yeah,
what you gonna do?
I think God keeps there.
Oh, they're hitting the stun onto the Ceranos and popping beads, and down goes Ceranos. Tyner gonna die there.
Looks like we have Changa coming over to gank left.
And like I said, that Oler is a high skill cap god, and Cornfree showing his skill over here, hitting that stun, and then just going in with the basics. Knowing when to change stance and when not to change stance is a huge part of Oler. if you don't know how to change stance or to do it effectively, it will cost you every time. You have to know when to do that.
Absolutely, very, very hard combo to land.
But if you can hit those snipes, if you can hit those stuns, you will melt single characters. That's what makes him such a good jungler, in my opinion. He's a good jungler. He has he has actual range, along with high single target damage.
Ooh,
Odin going to get caught out here a little bit. Odin popping his cage to save his Chang'e. And there's the ultimate and the Thoth. And that's 2 kills. Who died after that? Who did we miss? Oh,
I believe that was
6 to 4. Hey, who is dying? Who are we missing?
I don't know. People are dying left and right. What's going on?
I know, right? It's just...
Let's go ahead and I'll go ahead and check,
over in solo lane. We see Bellona fighting the Ravana. Ravana actually over leveling the Bellona a little bit. Both have mystical mail, I believe. Yep. So both of them should be clearing wave. Actually, Bellona should be clearing wave if the items are the same. Bellona going right into defensive items instead of going for that Nemean Lionhide to bounce back to basics at the Ravana. So straying a little bit from the Deathwalker build.
Looks like the kills that we might have missed out on might have been on Cernunos and on Odin.
Oh no, we saw it. We saw it. It was Older that got the kill there. Yep, that's what happened. Remember, we saw that high. That was a very good stun into that. And knowing what to do and when not to switch stance there. That's what we had that conversation about. My bad.
No, you're good. You're good.
And Chang'e coming into lane. Chang'e has been very aware this game of where the towers are being poked at, and doing a very good job of coming to save them before they take any real substantial damage.
Yeah, very good.
And that's an important part.
From left to right, though.
Actually, the end has already lost a tower in solo lane. Ravana winning lane against the Bellona. Bellona got the first kill of the game, I believe. No, actually, Tyner did. But got Bellona following up very quickly after.
See, we have 3 people in mid.
Some action going on here.
Push. Getting some nice poke off with those.
Lee trying to get some poke off on that Sano. Sano going too deep for Lee to chase. Do you think we'll see any support item out of Lee this game, or will he just build for his own tank and try to help his team by being that engagement force that they need him to be? Bellona missing her ult there, but Lee not missing his ult. There's the stun, the Ravana ult into that. Then the Thoth missing his ult once again, and down goes Timber Brandon. No, Lee goes down to Timber Brandon there, my bad.
Looks like they can engage, maybe.
Corn for free getting the kill over in dual lane on Tyner.
Ooh. We got some nice team fight going on in mid. Bellona and Chong trying to deal with 3 people right now. That Thoth, that Geb, and that Ravana.
Chetiket's gonna go down there by the quick burst damage that Ravana and Thoth provide. The Ravana with that stun. Yeah, Uller gets the dual lane tower here, no doubt about that in my mind. But what do you like that combo right there with the stun into the Ravana palms into the Thoth wailing on you real quick? That's something to watch out for future games.
Yeah, very, very tough to deal with. Very hard hitting.
At this point in the game, Thoth is a monster. Looking at his build, he has power boots and 46 stacks on Book of Thoth. Book of Thoth already giving you so much power, but the stacks are just just frosting on the cake.
Absolutely, absolutely. Oh, it looks like we might have Uller dying here. Yep, he got
Corn for free being chased by 3 people here, and Bellona with the flag up his ass. What is she doing? Why did she hop there for a second? Did you see that? Was that just me?
Might have just been you. I didn't see any hop.
I just saw. Okay, yeah, it might have been me.
Ooh, looks like they might pick up Gold Fury here in a second.
Susano looking for the steal really quickly, but Tyner backing off, resetting it, forcing nicely done back. Once Tyner starts getting involved in these team fights, it's going to be a different game. I feel Older can't provide that team damage compared to Serenos.
Absolutely. Uller is a very single target god. Sunonos has all of that area of effect. Very, very strong god.
But to make up for it, they have the Susanoo.
Oh, they do. If they can keep Cernunos down, if they can keep the strong late game gods down, then they will have this in the bag.
Right, but looking at levels, their levels are pretty even. Ravana actually only one level above the Bologna. Ceranos, 2 levels behind Oler. Oler, looking at his build, going for attack speed and pen, and picking up that shifter shield very quickly for that power. And does Tyner know about this gank coming over on him? We'll find out here. Tyner caught out a little bit, looking for this tower, looking to take the tower no matter what. And he gets it, pops his ultimate. Susanoo turned into a pig. Can Ceranos get this kill? Let's see. Oler coming in along, and there's... Oh, Tyner getting the kill, and nicely done. And there's the stun, and there's the kill on Tyner. Looking at these wards, Tyner with 6th placed. But I don't think there's any wards over at mid. We were missing a lot here. Some heavy engagement going on here. Geb with this knockup. Trentic is having to pop Sanctuary. Corn for Free coming in, and there's the stun under tower. And Bologna going for that long range. Corn for Free getting Soren. Bologna, the only one left in mid lane. That cost them 3 people there. 1 in dual lane, and then 2 in mid here.
Looks like they're picking up a gold lead here, especially right after they pick up the Gold Fury.
I don't know what happened to this. The end was winning the early game, but coming into this this late game here, now that we're at most people level 16, level 17, they're falling behind.
Yeah.
Saucegod's securing the Gold Fury, despite Odin bird bombing it, unfortunately, and Lee going down.
So we're gonna hop over to mid. It looks like they'll be able to pick up the mid tower here pretty soon.
And Corn for Free, having actually completely won his lane, taking 2 towers there, looking at it.
Oh yeah.
That's why he died. That's why he got away. Actually, he got away from taking that tier 2 tower when 3 people were chasing him.
Let's see. It looks like we're gonna have some engagement in mid.
And what do you think of the build thus far? And Trentic is getting caught up behind by the Susanoo. Susanoo, but dashing away. But once again, what do you think of those builds?
I'll have to go ahead and look at them real quick. If I can open up that.
R1, press R1 then R2.
R1
if you haven't.
R2?
Yep, R1 then R2.
R2. Oh, I see. Ooh, alright, so we got what is that? That's Thoth picking up some good items.
Picking up Divine Ruin to stop that Chang'e heal.
Looks like we're seeing a lot of Shifter Shield, which is a very good item, very good to build into early.
How long until they nerf it? How long do we have to live under this reign of terror and the Shifter Shield? And Thoth hitting Chang'e with the tip of his ult, and Chang'e hitting her ultimate onto the Susanoo. Susanoo propping it, Bracer undoing. And nicely done, gonna get the kill on Soren, but will Ceranos get this kill here? Looks like not, they're chasing it, but under tower, Thoth is gonna get Lee, and Tyner is gonna get that. Corn for Free is gonna get Debbie Snacks here, and can Trinicus dash away? Tyner dash away after popping beads, and Oler looking for that kill, but not gonna be able to get it.
Invading and taking their buffs, very good, very good. Looks like they might be looking for Bull Demon here. They are. Looks like unless Cernunos can steal this, they're going to go ahead and have Bull Demon.
Yeah, probably. But Ceranos can steal it if he's aware of what's happening. I don't see any words on Fire Giant, but Tyner's there looking for the steal really quickly. And he could possibly do it if the tick damage is enough. Will the tick damage stay? And Saucegod secure it though.
Saucegod's making it. Taking the little demon, I forget his name.
Portal Demon.
Portal Demon, that's what it is. Ooh, and it looks like Ravana is going on a 5-person rampage. Not taken down easily.
Wait, what time are you at?
I'm at 23:29.
You're a little bit ahead of me, so pause.
Ooh, pause?
Yeah, just pause. Just press start. Press options, I mean.
Alright.
What time are you at right now?
337.
All right. You can unpause.
All right.
For Vanna, beating this Bologna, it's surprising, really. You know, Sascots might have been confident in their ability to win this game, even letting those letting those high tier gods through.
Looks like they're making some good plays over on the right. Can they secure some kills?
Trading is getting away with his dash. Only person down right now is Tyner. I think Tyner dying, trying to steal that. In corner for free, getting the kill on Debbie Snack's stop. I mean, Mr. Soundwave getting kill on Lee. Good job by him.
They got the Phoenix down.
Yep. And will they steamroll this into the next Phoenix? It looks like they will. Oler just a lot of damage there.
Can they get left as well? If they do this, it's gonna look very bad for the end. We got ults coming through. We got damage coming through. People dying left and right.
And that's gonna be the third Phoenix. The end has 3 people dead right now. The soonest respawn is 8 seconds, but it looks like Sascots is gonna back off here.
Yeah. Interesting to see that we don't have completed builds yet.
No.
Very expensive item.
Yeah, Sascots ahead by 16k right now.
That's a very, very strong move. I'm
Yeah.
sure they're very proud of that.
Their ability to farm is amazing. Something to learn. Even I don't understand what they did to get ahead. But even after the first few kills and so on, Sascots was doing a great job of just farming.
Yeah, very good to keep that farm up. Very good. Looks like we might get everybody heading back to base, getting all the remaining items that they need to do that final push and take the win.
All right. So what do you think went wrong in this game for the end here?
I think they needed to shut down gods earlier. I think they were very early game, very needed to shut gods down and get ahead.
I mean, yep, if Odin gets ahead, he's good, but if he falls behind, he's pretty worthless. If he's at level, it's meh.
Yeah.
Meh.
Same with Bologna. Bologna can usually keep up, but if she gets ahead, then it's usually GG.
And she can still fight from behind as well.
Looks like this is going to be the final push. What do you think about that ward placement in middle?
It's important to put wards in middle. That way you can see who rotates between them and what happens here. And Susanoo with that pull.
Ooh. We got a double pull. We got ults thrown out.
There's ults everywhere. It's just total mayhem right now.
Pop and shell.
And we'll see what goes on here.
Looks like Gab is going to try to tank this Titan as they pull out a team fight. Fire minions coming through. This is not looking very good for the end.
But they're staying strong with their guns and continuing to fight.
Can they push through? Can they knock them off? They cannot. That is GG. 26 to 7.
Yep.
Very, very strong plays. Very, very strong. Good push.
And thinking, just looking at the stuff. Going into this game, after the end of this game, it will be the end 2-2 with Sascots 4-0 going into week 3 here. That is pretty big. Sascots beating 2 of 3 of the top contenders, them being one of the top contenders there, putting them as the team to beat in Block 1 here. What do you have to say about that?
Very good, very good. I think they're earning their way up.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. This has been the Reaper 01, or Zach, with Otto, say your username?
Otherwise known as Pixelated Dom. You can check me out on YouTube, check me out on PlayStation. Usually just do random things.
Alright, thank you for watching, and we'll see you here later.
Absolutely.
Well, not later, well, tomorrow, maybe, as games come in. Alright, thank you.